you supply bait, live bait, to people all over the world.
Right, but mainly my worms are used for live pet food. Monkeys, reptiles, stuff like that.
So you mean, where do you sell that? To zoos?
Yes,
To
zoos. We service about 80% of the zoos in the United States, like San Diego, LA Zoo, New York, Chicago Zoo, all of them.
all of their food for their
Yeah.
monkeys and all of that
Yeah.
stuff comes from right here in Compton.
Right, and they take a lot.
Well, you've got a lot because Sergio took me by for a quick tour, and I'm telling you, you have got the stuff here. We've decided that we're going to start back here in the building back here because you wanted to show us what?
A Madagascar hissing roach.
A Madagascar hissing roach.
You got it.
What are you laughing about, Fred?
Yeah, I don't like the sound of it.
Come on, let's go, because this is your whole complex of buildings. How big an area do you have, Fred?
2 blocks, but then I have one up, another one, 2 of them up the street, one down at Greenleaf. That's I just bought. It's 4 acres, all buildings.
So you've got 2 square blocks here on Spruce.
Yeah.
And then another whole complex up here.
Yeah.
And the whole area is growing live bait.
Yeah, and I also have a place down at San Diego, and I started a big one up at Oregon. I just built 17 buildings up there.
Boy, you're the king of this, aren't you? You're the man.
Yeah, you might say that.
All right, now get ready. Now I got to put a disclaimer on this right now, because if you're squeamish, you don't want to go in this room, do you?
Not exactly.
Have you taken people in here before that
yeah.
they just turned around and ran right back out?
Almost.
Because Sergio will attest that when I saw those things in there for the first
You
time,
almost run out of the room.
I almost ran out too, but now I'm getting my strength back and my nerve back. Come on in and let's see some screeching cockroaches. Oh boy. All right, I warned you. Here they are. Let's go in the case. Oh my gosh. Look. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see,
You
he makes noise. That's why they call him hissing.
There, you made him hiss, but
Yeah.
Sergio. Oh, there he goes again. Oh my gosh, that's the biggest roach I have ever seen in my life. But let's take the top off so we can get a shot of all these roaches in here. Now, how many have you got in this one case, Sergio?
I think I'd say around 50.
And what do they use these for, Fred? What animals eat these?
Large
things?
reptiles.
Like snakes?
Yeah.
Turtles?
Exactly.
What
And the movies.
do you mean the movies?
We rent them to the movies. Like Guinness Record Book, we rented them 22,500 of them. And that was
What?
a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah,
For
and,
what?
They had a guy who could set a record. He was in a coffin, and we dumped 22,500 of them over him. He was that deep. He was just solid, everything.
Oh my gosh.
Then the Man in Black, they had him on that one. What's the one you just went down to, Sergio?
Some of the people from, I think it was Fear Factor, used some of them too.
Well, I can understand why. This is amazing.
Then the X-Files, how many crickets? We had them 20,000 crickets.
Yeah, X-Files would be perfect for your business. Can I hold one of these? They don't
Sure.
bite, they don't do...
Oh, they don't bite very hard. No, they don't bite you.
All right, what
Let it walk in your hand. It's okay.
Oh. No, wait a minute.
It's walking.
He's just walking? Where is he walking to?
Well, maybe he likes to hide somewhere. I don't know.
Look at this thing. Fred, look at Fred over here. He's getting a big kick out of this, aren't you, Fred?
Yeah. And some kids use them for pets.
Pets?
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind just one of them. I think I'd mind 22,000 of them crawling on me.
Right.
And in fact, the way this one's coming toward me now, I'm ready to take him off right here. Wow. This is amazing. And they screech when they're happy or when they're mad, or
When you rub their back, they make noise.
that makes a screeching noise. Well, now look, they've gotten very quiet in here now. Why is
Yeah.
that?
They're used to us.
Also, they just moved around when we
Yeah.
first came in. And how many screeching roaches
We
do
don't,
you have in this room?
we don't have too many right here. What do you say, about 5,000?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
5,000 in this room alone.
Yeah.
And then you have them spread around in other buildings as
Yeah.
well?
See, here's some babies that have just hatched. And they give live birth. That's unusual.
Look at this. Just one little,
They're little,
that's it right there.
yeah.
And they give live birth.
Birth.
They're not
No.
eggs or pupa or anything like that.
No. Oh, there's a bunch of little ones there.
Look at this. We've got 4 of them very quietly sitting on the side of, what is that, their food right
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, wheat bran. They're food we feed them.
Now, how many other people in the world, I'm kind of getting used to that here. How many other people in the world would grow cockroaches?
We don't know as many. I think we're one of the only ones within California that we grow 'em.
Look at that. Oh, it's got a weird feel to its legs
Yeah.
when it crawls. And look at its face. It's got a strange face, too.
It does have.
Is there anything else you can tell me about cockroaches before we move on?
I don't believe so.
That's about
know,
it.
You know, Hugh, we raise crickets too.
Uh-huh.
And these are cricket eggs. There'll be 20,000 cricket eggs in here. Each of these trays have 20,000.
These are all the little white things?
Yeah, are all cricket eggs.
But now we're going to leave this room and actually see live crickets.
Oh, yeah. You'll see babies.
All right, here. This one's, look, he's just kind of found a home.
He likes you.
Nestled here in my hand. Look at that face, though. That's what's amazing, is to look at its face. You can see its eyes. He's sleeping.
He really likes you.
Put them in a bag. We can take them home with them, Sergio.
No problem.
As we were leaving the cockroach room, we ran into these ladies. You all are from Head Start,
Yes, Chasru Head Start.
and you're over here looking for what?
Bugs, so we can do the science project for the children.
Oh, so you're looking for live bugs.
Live bugs. We want an assortment of live things
And
for the
how
children.
did you find out about this place?
My friend here, the bug lady, told me.
My son's father used to go fishing, and we always come over and buy the beetle worms.
The beetle worms from the little bait shop
Uh-huh.
here. So you're figuring you're going to come over. Do you know what's in this room?
No,
No, we have
but
no
I heard about it.
idea.
I just want to go over there and find out.
Well, I tell you what, we're just going to stand outside and listen for your scream
Okay.
when you go in there. You're not afraid of things, are you?
No, I'm not afraid of anybody.
You sure?
Well, just wait and see.
All right, here we go.
I worried her thoroughly. No. You hadn't seen them.
All right, I think we made our point, didn't we, Fred?
Yeah, we sure did.
Not in the classroom.
That won't be in the classroom.
No, not in-
Look at her. She won't even look. She's leaving. Oh, all right. Our adventure continues. We're now going over to see the crickets.
But come back, Maggie. Come back. We got
No, she's gone. Okay, we're toning things down a little bit. And now we're going over to see the crickets. This is part of your empire over here. This is the cricket side over here.
Right.
So you keep the crickets and the cockroaches separated from each other. All right, where are we going?
We're going right here.
Okay. What's going on over here? What's all this?
Well, this is my guys. They're working. They're the ones that build the boxes for the crickets.
Oh, okay. So you got to do the cricket boxes and cricket. Oh, we got the whole thing going here. You sure it's just crickets in here?
Oh, it's just crickets.
Boy, it's warm in here, Fred.
Yeah, we have to keep it warm, about 80 degrees for the crickets.
Okay, now wait a minute. What are we going to see here? Are all these crickets in here?
Yeah, we have room after room after room of them.
All right, let's take a look. I'm ready. Anything wouldn't surprise me. Those are crickets?
Yeah, they're all
Those are baby crickets.
baby crickets.
So how many crickets do you have in this vat
About
alone?
60,000. They were hatched at 410.
Can we open up? Well, wait a minute. There's none down there.
No.
There are very few.
Then they get bigger as we go.
Can I open this up?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so we got some more in here. Oh my gosh. What keeps them from jumping out of the...
Sides are slippery.
Oh, okay. Now where are we going?
Larger ones, as we go, they'll keep getting a little bit bigger.
Look, now see, this doesn't scare me. I can put my hand right down in there. All right.
Where's the bigger ones?
Boy, it is hot in here. Oh my gosh.
Now they're getting bigger.
Look at them over there. Oh, look. Look at the crickets. Now, again, that's cornmeal they're eating?
Wheat bran.
Wheat bran.
Yeah.
And they stay in here how long?
Till they get about this size or bigger, then we ship them out.
And how big orders do you ship out? How many crickets at a time?
From 1,000 to 100,000.
And are these eaten by zoo animals as well?
Reptiles, yes.
Reptiles.
Mainly.
How many crickets in this one room? 50,000? 100,000?
About 300,000.
300,000 in this one room. And how many of these rooms do you have?
Oh, we got
Also around 18.
18 rooms?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Crickets everywhere. Every single, look at this, every single drawer. Let's open this one up. Uh-oh, I don't want this thing to fall over on me. Look at that. Crickets. And you have a little water
yes.
jug for them down there. And these are the egg crates that your fellas were making back outside. Why egg crates?
Well, it provides a warm spot for them to crawl into. Also, really good hiding place. Also, ventilation-wise, is great.
Yeah.
If you did use an egg crate, they'd all be down in the bottom, about an inch deep, and they'd die. This way they crawl all over.
Did you learn all of this just from experience, or did you learn from somebody? Is there a book you can read about how to grow crickets?
I'm sure there's books, but I learned the hard way, making mistakes.
Yeah. Look at this. Now, for some reason, these crickets are really going now. Listen to them. Why are they chirping like that?
Well, they're a little bit older, so that's why they're chirping a little bit more.
Yeah, these are ready to be shipped out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. But you know, I bet you there's some people. Oh, now see, you pushed them back in because they would have jumped out, wouldn't they?
No. This paper here keeps them in. It's real slippery. Tape.
Look at this. When you pick up one of these egg crates, look at what's on the other side. Wow. Well, okay, I think I'm cricketed out. There's not too much you can say about crickets, is there?
No, there isn't.
Except I did notice there are a lot of birds circling around.
Well, they love us.
They live here.
So if a cricket does get out,
He's
gone pretty quick, isn't he?
Right.
All right, we're leaving the cricket room and heading for the mealyworms, the mealworms.
Right.
Because if you think you've seen something so far,
Yeah.
we've got even more to look at. Now, this is, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at this, or I should say these. We're looking at mealyworms. Are they mealyworms or mealworms?
Mealworms.
Mealworms.
Yes.
And, oh my gosh, you can hear them. You can hear them crawling around in there. Can I pick these up?
Sure.
You know what? I can't do that. I really, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. This is a very strange worm.
Right.
What is a mealworm?
It's a worm of a beetle. These beetles lay eggs and they have worms.
Oh, these are beetles. The black things are beetles?
Yes.
Well, they're white beetles too.
They're the ones that have just changed over. Tomorrow they'll be black.
And what happens after they turn to, I'm not sure I understand what's going on here.
Mealworm will go through a life cycle from a worm to a beetle to from a worm to a pupa to a beetle, and the beetle lays egg and die, and then they start the whole life cycle over again. When I first started, this was the average size mealworm.
Let's put that up so we can look at it. Just a teeny little worm like that.
Then through experimenting, I got it this size.
You did that yourself.
Well, Dow Chemical helped me.
Better living through chemistry.
Yeah.
Here, let's put it back up here again and compare the two. Boy. So you have really revolutionized the mealworm. Oh my gosh, look over here. This is a whole nother, look at this. This is how thick? 6 inches deep. Oh my gosh. Now these are very strange too. And what are you doing? You're shipping them off all over the world now?
Yeah.
What happens to mealworms? How are they used?
Well, they're used basically the same way. A lot of people use it for feeding their fish. A lot of people, do reptiles. Bearded dragons are some of our largest consumers.
What?
Bearded dragons. They're they're a type of lizard. Comes from Australia.
Pet lizards?
Yeah,
or?
pet lizards. Most of them they're
So
pet
they
lizards.
love the. Oh, now wait a minute. What are these?
They're a different size of a kind of a mealworm. We got these from Africa to start with, starting my culture.
Oh my gosh. Look at, they're all back. Oh gosh. I can see why the X-Files people love you, Fred. This is right down their alley, isn't
Right.
it?
I can't keep my hands out of them. I'm like a little kid. I love them.
Well, you know what? They've been your livelihood.
Oh yeah, I love coming to work.
I mean, this is your job.
Yep.
I don't have that problem wanting to put my hand in here. Do you, Sergio?
Well, you get used to it. That's your job. That's what you do. Everybody in here, we all love to do our work. Yeah.
See, they look green to me.
What do you mean?
Money.
Oh,
You'll be surprised the list of customers we have that are noted, like Michael Jackson. He used it for Wonder Ranch.
oh, he's chimps up there.
Yeah, and there's one customer I want to deliver it at 8 o'clock at night, but my wife won't let me to. It's the Playboy Mansion.
Oh.
She won't let me take them up there.
What is the Playboy Mansion
Yeah.
has chimps out back.
Yeah, and they have the birds and everything out there, and Ziegfeld and Roy in Vegas, they take them, and there's quite a few people like that.
Now, you also mentioned something about a mealworm cookbook.
Yeah, I have it across the street. They have recipes for mealworms, and we sell not a lot, but quite a bit to people that fry them and saute them and eat them.
You ever done that?
Well, I tasted one once. It wasn't that bad.
Now we've got the whole life cycle right here, Fred.
This is the worm. It'll change to a pupa in about 15 days. Then about 15 days will change to a beetle. Then the beetle lay eggs and die.
And starts it all over
Starts the
again.
whole life cycle. It takes 90 days to complete the whole life cycle at about 80 degrees temperature.
The worm, the pupa,
and the beetle.
to the beetle.
Yeah, and the beetle lays several hundred eggs.
Okay, now we're going in the sifting room. Oh, this is very interesting in here. What's going on in here, Fred?
He's sifting the worms out of the grain. Then over here we'll grade them down by size.
So this is literally a sifting machine
Right.
that separates the mealworms
From the grain.
from the grain, and then they go in these big boxes here. And look at this. This looks like it's been here forever.
47 years.
So this was your original equipment here.
Right. All these boxes, everything, my original.
You kept all the old stuff around.
Right.
This is fascinating stuff. And a neat room. It smells good in here.
Smells like a farm.
What is that smell? It's
The grain
the
smell.
smell of the grain. What do you got there?
Huh?
Ah,
It's a little warm.
so what's this? You blow on it.
Yeah,
Do
and I
that
save
again
it.
for us.
And I save it. See?
And that's the way you can see the worm.
Yes, I put it right here.
Oh, these are the little worms in here.
This is for 3-4 week days or 1 week. It's coming big.
The smaller one.
Small one.
And then what about these over here?
This is ready to separate the sizes.
So they're ready for you to separate. And what's your name?
My name is Jose Silva.
And what are all these carrots here for?
Oh, this is for feeding the worms.
Oh, you feed the worms. What's over here?
This for those. And you put carrots inside so they eat it.
They have something to eat.
And cactus. This is a cactus.
So you feed them cactus. You like this job?
Yes.
Do your friends understand what it is you do?
Some of those know.
They don't know what you're talking about, do they?
I know me.
You know,
I know.
but nobody else does.
No. Somebody asking me, so I can't say nothing.
That's true. This is a very obscure business, isn't it?
Right. Interesting thing. These are my original boxes I started with. I made all these by hand.
Really?
Yeah. These are almost 50 years old.
Look at this.
This is the worm casting, the fertilizer. And it's the world's best for growing vegetables and stuff, grass.
So this is the worm fertilizer.
Yeah. And it's 100% weed-free, it's organic.
Do you sell this?
We give it away.
Whoa.
I know, I'm missing a bet.
Yeah, you could branch out and start selling fertilizer.
Yeah.
Well, that's later on.
Yeah, when I get a little bit older.
All right, we're ending up here in the corporate office headquarters here. Here's a lady right here working hard. Turn around here and talk to me for a minute. Your name is?
Monica Camparulis.
Now stand up here and talk to me about it. We've just been over there looking at cockroaches and mealworms and crickets. Do you all ever leave the office and go over there, or do you just stay over here?
No, we all occasionally will go across the street.
To kind of see what's going on over there.
No, actually to let the guys know the big orders we have for shipment. So I let them know in advance what we have going out.
And you're the people who take the orders. Show us this over here, because this is kind of interesting.
Okay, these are our Rolodex, and there's roughly around 45,000 customers, which all they do is just call us, and we have all their information on the Rolodex itself. Nothing's in the computer.
So you have 45,000 customers.
Correct.
Who call in on a regular basis.
Daily basis. every
Looking
week.
for roaches,
Exactly.
crickets.
Hissing roaches, I mean, like you said, the roaches, and crayfish and water dogs, other items we sell too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a variety of things that they call looking for.
Do you find this a little strange? Do you think our viewers are going to be surprised that this is going on in Compton?
Yes, they will be surprised. Imagine some of the customers down the street, if they see it on TV, they're going to be pretty much surprised. They don't know what's going on around this side of town.
Also, you mean they just don't even know what this is all about?
No, pretty much they just see the bait sign, and that's what they think it is. They have no clue as to the crickets and the mealworms.
Or the roaches.
Or exactly, until one ends up in their home.
You know, we just had a lady scream over here. Did you hear her when she went in and saw those roaches?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Well, she did. Trust me. You'll see it on TV when we do the show. All right, go back to work.
Okay.
And where is your wife? Is she here? Let's go back in here, because you're the real CEO sitting back here at the desk.
Writing checks.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank
Your
you.
name is?
Betty.
And you have been a part of this company for how long?
Almost 31 years.
And isn't it a little strange and interesting and wonderful? How would you describe it?
It is interesting and wonderful, and but I've been here for so long, it all seems very normal to me.
Can you understand why we, coming in from the outside for the first time, would find this a little unusual?
I do understand that, and when people will say to me, "Where do you work?" and you tell them you raise mealworms and crickets, they just...
And roaches, hissing
and
roaches.
Yes, let's not forget the roaches. And, you know, they just look at you, they don't believe it.
Yeah. Well, we believe it now. Come on over here, Fred. And where did your assistant go? Is he back there?
Sergio?
Sergio? Come on in here. He's in there talking to the ladies inside. Come on out here. It's time for us to say goodbye. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We have had the $5 tour.
Good,
I think
good.
I've got a couple of crickets in my pocket, and something fell down my sock, and all of this kind of thing. I'm taking some stuff with me. But this has been wonderful. You sent us a little letter and said you ought to come out and pay us a visit.
Right.
We had no idea what we were getting into, but this is a wonderful part of California's history. You are supplying a very needed product for people all over the world.
All the zoos and pet shops and people with reptiles, whatever.
Absolutely, and it's all from right here in Compton, California. The name of the business is?
Rainbow mealworms.
And they're going strong after how many years?
About 47 to 48 years.
47 years and still going strong, growing crickets, mealworms, and hissing roaches.
Visiting with Huell Hauser is made possible through a generous grant from the